Hello and welcome to Plasia's Force Lines Forever tutorial on adding AI markers to a map. Alright, please watch these in 1080p, and I've set the screen capture up to record both of my monitors. You can see the second monitor in the bottom right. Alright, I've got the Forza Alliance Forever wiki up here, and we're going to need a few tools. Alright, so you go to map editor, and there's map editing tools here, and there's a download that you can get them here. Once you've downloaded them, I've already downloaded them for this tutorial, you'll get a map editing tools.rar. What you want to do is extract those map editing tools. Now the only tool we're interested in at the moment is I'll bring that over here, is other tools marker editor. Alright, so that's the one we're going to be using. Alright, so now that you've got the tools, you need to go to the go to your maps, your Forza Alliance maps, which is in your My Documents, My Games, Gas Powered Games, Supreme Commander Forza Alliance, and Maps. And then you want to find the map that you want to add AI markers to. And we're going to do it to Hollow, which is a map by Bias. It's a fun 1v1 map, so it'll be good for learning the very basics of the game. AI is not particularly amazing once you get to a pretty low level of skill, but for some people it's fun and they might have other reasons they want to play AI. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this folder, because we're going to I'm going to be editing it. Now we've got this new one down here. What we're going to do is we're going to rename it. So this is version 1, so Hollow version 1, and we're going to add on AI. So this is the AI version of Hollow. Alright, so now we've got a copy of the map. First thing we want to do is we want to grab the scenario.lua file, which I'll grab here. Now, version 3 you leave alone. Next thing we want to look at here is Hollow. Oh, by the way, just open this up in any text editor. I'm using Notepad++. Name of the map is Hollow. We want to change that to Hollow AI. And while we're here, let's give some proper capitalization, just because I like to do that sort of thing. Having good quality releases is not a terrible idea. Alright, the description is bias, so let's just change this map. Original map author, can't spell, it's bias. AI markers added by Plasia, which is me. Alright, type of map it is a skirmish map. Map version, we're on version 1, as you can see here. Don't worry about preview. Size, don't touch that, don't touch preview or size. 512 by 512 means it's a 10-kilometer map. Right, so when we have here, we've got a path here. So maps, Hollow V003, that is the old map. We need to change that to our new one, which is Hollow space AI V0001, which you will notice is the same as up here. Just once again, guys, don't try and follow these tutorials unless you're using the correct resolution. Alright, so I'm going to copy that into these other ones here. And the next thing I'm going to do is we don't need to change any of the rest of this. So we're going to hit save, and all done. Right, we need to rename all of these. Alright, so we got Hollow AI, I'm going to copy that. Hollow AI. Hollow AI. Hollow AI. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into here and just check that we haven't fluffed up anything. Yep, here we have. We forgot to put hollow AI in here. So we'll just add that in. These have to correlate directly with that, otherwise your stuff won't work and you'll be like, why isn't it working, Plasia? I followed your guide, it doesn't work. My guides do work, as we'll see. And the benefit of these long tutorials is that you're gonna see me stuff up probably somewhere. And yeah, you'll be able to see how I fix it. Alright, so now that we've done all that, all we need to do is, wait, I was going to go into the map editing tool, but first I'm going to fire up Force Alliance. Please don't crash. Lol. It hasn't happened in ages, so of course it happens when I'm recording. Are you freaking serious? Lol. Alright, we're in. What we need to do is, before you start just adding AI markers all over the place, you can check if the map has AI markers. So here we got Hollow. Hollow has no AI markers, as you can see. That's just in the lobby there. And yeah, I have a dual screen set up for my Force Alliance, so you can see what's happening in the right once again. Alright, so we want to have a look at Hollow, right? So we'll start off the game, and what we want to do while we're looking in game, we just want to see where can you run in this game. So if we have an AI marker, for example, going this way from here to here, then they won't be able to do it because there's a bloody cliff there. So that's a bad idea. So you want to make sure you take note of, almost every single map is symmetrical. So on this side of the map, you can see there's a ramp there, there's a ramp there, there's a ramp there, and these thingies are like impassable hills. This is all passable through here. There's also the same on this side, as you can see. Alright, so it's actually gonna be a pretty easy map. There's not gonna be any really tough pathing we have to do, and we won't have to bother about any hover or anything like that. But you want to take notice of things like here. This is the middle of the map, and it's on a bit of a it's on a bit of an elevation, so like a slight hill. So you might want to make the AI have, for example, if you see here, which is over here on the real map, you see here you've got it like it's overlooking a lot of the map. So the units down there will have trouble hitting the point defenses up here and so on. Anyway, so you might want to make a marker there so the AI builds defenses. Alright, so we've got a good idea now of how this map works, and I hope you can see it's a pretty cool map to play. And yeah, alright, so now what we do, we go into map editing tools, other tools, marker editor. We open up the marker editor. Right, now we want to go to File, Open Map. We want to set this to our subcom FA user profile folder. The map folder is all the standard maps that come with the game, and the subcom other ones down here are for the original versions of Supreme Commander, but we are Force Alliance here. Alright, so subcom FA user profile, and we are going to go to the map that we have made, Hollow AI, as you can see here. And it's all come up properly here. So that means we've probably set up the scenario.lua correctly, and you can see my description there, which I did before. So load that up and we get this. Now, you can add, you know, more mass and more, hydro and that sort of thing, but that is not what we're in this editor to do. We're in this editor to put in markers so the AI knows what the heck is happening with this map. Alright, you basically have land, air, water, which we won't need to use in this map, amphibious, which is it's basically hover and that sort of stuff, and a bit of cyber destroyers. We have naval defensive, which we won't need to use again because there's no water. Naval rally. Rally points are, there's also land rally points. Rally points are where they're going to congregate the units, the AI, before they send them out to attack you. Naval link, and that is where you have a beach and you want to transition your hover into land and that sort of thing. Large expansion area is where the AI will try and build a bit of an outpost there, a few factories and that sort of stuff. So it's like an additional base. And transport drop point, basically the AI will drop in these places. Up here, don't worry about these top four unless you need to add in an island for big islands on maps that have islands. This one doesn't, so we don't need to worry about these four. Right, we have the combat zone, and this is what we're gonna put in first. You want to tell the AI with this one where the likely conflicts are, where there's going to be battles, so that way the AI will know what's going on. Alright, defensive area is what I was talking about here in regards to this place here, is a place where the AI might want to place some defensive structures. A rally point is where land units will go to nearby. So out of the factory into there. Experimental location, the AI will build experimentals there. Basically, you want to put that somewhere slightly secure for them, so they're not building it on their front lines and such. Naval build areas where they will build naval factories and such. Small expansion areas is where the AI will build a small outpost. Alright, now let's just start with the first one, combat zone. Remember we had a look at the map? You got to know the map. It's important to know the map well before you just start adding random markers everywhere, because if you want the AI to work well, you need to add good markers. Alright, there's going to be a bit of action around the middle. So let's put, there's 4 sort of entrances to the middle, because these are mountains here, as we remember. Alright, so there's going to be a bit of action around there. Other places there might be actions. There might be action over in this sort of area here, which is a major funnel out from the bottom of the left player's base, and also the other way round, the major funnel through here for this part of the map here. So we'll put one about there. Okay, that should about do it for the major points where the fights are going to be. So there's going to be units pouring this way, and through the middle. So it's basically 3 sort of paths the AI is going to take. Okay, next up, defensive areas. In these defensive areas we have where they're going to build point defenses and that sort of thing. Now if you notice, if I try and drop it there on the top of the mountain, it's sort of like a bit darker of a red, and if I put it somewhere else, it'll be a lighter color red. Lighter color is good, so just keep that in mind. So let's have one there. Sometimes it just doesn't want to have a good one. I'll stuff it. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to have the AI is going to be on the right. Okay, so stuff putting one there. Alright, next. We want sort of one in the funnel. Sorry, not the funnel. The ramps, so that the AI protects itself. We want actually just on the top one here, and we'll have that way they sort of guard all three of their entrance points. Something along those lines. Alright, where else might they want one? They're probably going to try and deny this area, because they build point defenses and such, and that way they can deny this entire area here. Something like that. Alright, that's enough defensive areas. I think we probably have gone too much, but you know, that's where your testing will come in. Don't just throw one of these together and just whack it up. Yeah, do some testing of it beforehand. Alright, rally points. What we want to do here is, you know, there'll be some factories around here. Where are these factories going to send their units? We want them to send them here. Send them here and here. So basically those are the main avenues of attack that we would have. So we have some, you know, areas they are going to rally to. Now we want some more here, because what we're going to do is we're going to have the AI have a base here if it gets good enough, so they rally some stuff there and here as well for the same reason. Alright, that's enough rally points. Secure experimental location. You want it somewhere away from the main base as much as possible, and there's no harm in having a few. If the AI can't build there, it'll try and build it over there. Right, naval build area we don't need to do. Small expansions. Little expansions that we want to... Yeah, where would be a good place for some small expansions? There's a bit of room here for a small expansion. So, top and bottom. Maybe not. Maybe this can go over here a bit more. I'll have it like that. Yep. Alright, next up the waypoints we'll do last. Naval defense we can miss. Naval rally we can miss. Naval link we can miss again. Large expansion, want to whack one of those in the middle. So he's going to try and build a big base here to swamp you with units. Alright, transport drop places. Alright, we want the AI to drop in places that will be annoying for us to deal with. Like one up there, and then they can go down. One over here, and then they can go up. And yeah, it's always fun to have one right on your doorstep sometimes. They can try drop them there, and they will beat us up and take our lunch money. Well, not really, because we're pretty good. Alright, next up, we need to put the land paths in. Alright, now what I'm going to do before I start doing this, I'm going to turn off combat markers and build markers, so that we're back to just the plain markers. Because when you start having markers all over the place, you'll find that it's a bit hard to see what's going on. Alright, that's in the view options down here. Which you can't see because of the thing. I'm really sorry about that. I'll switch it over to that. There we go. Sorry, the view options are down here. Sorry about that. I've probably fluffed half the thing, but oh well. Alright, we want to make a marker, and to make a line you just use a right mouse click. Yep. Alright, so basically we have, remember those three paths? There we go. Alright, now you want to sort of also interconnect if they can. Like for example, they might want to go here, and then there's a thread over here, so they'll whack them over there with this path. Alright, now we want to be rather aggressive here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around here and into our base. Like that. Okay, so that's one avenue of attack here. What we're doing is we're planning how the AI is going to use their land units to move around to the map. Now, what we want to do here as well, I'm going to delete that. I just selected it and pressed delete. I need to put another waypoint in here so I can make use of this gap here to funnel some units through there. Alright, so we've got this path, now we're going to work on this path. Alright, so we've gone through the middle here. Remember, this is the ramp. Boom, boom. So that's a third way. We need to be able to go around here as well. So we'll set that up too. Oh, alright. Well, we want to we don't want to send the AI into mountains like that one, so that's why we don't put one going through the middle. The pathfinding is not the best in this game to begin with, so let's not give it headaches. Alright, there's one path. Boom. Now, if you remember from looking at the map, there's a little sort of cliff here. So we want to make sure the AI doesn't have a direct link from here to here. It has to go around. Now, if you see other avenues they can attack, you sort of just link it up. Don't be afraid to do that. For example, this. That's a perfectly legitimate way to go. So this is one path, another path, etc. Alright. We'll whack one over here, so sometimes they go this way. Alright. So that's what we'll do, is we'll just whack one in. We'll put one, as a player I like to put a radar here. I don't know about other people. So we'll put some AI attacking through there. And basically we don't want to be inefficient and have them running around here, because it's very unlikely that we're going to get all the way over here. Just to reiterate, we are optimizing this for the right side. So that's why our drops are all here and such. Alright, so that's the lands done. Now what we can do, just switch them off. See, just by unchecking that box, I switch it off. That way we can do the the air, without, having, markers all over the place and confusing us. We don't want to be confused. At least I don't want to be. what I start with is you put some in all the corners, okay? This is air we're talking about here. Alright, we want one on each of the, the starting locations as well. And then you want areas of interest. So that's an area of interest there. This is an area of interest. This is an area of interest. This is an area of interest. And so on. So we'll just put all these in. There'll be one down there because as our player, we're probably going to be trying to get that place. Alright, now what we do is we sort of just connect them up. Let's just connect all the dots basically. Now, if there was, for example, civilians in the middle that had, anti-air turrets and that sort of stuff, you want to sort of just like not go in the middle, basically. In this case, there's no civilians, so we don't need to worry about it. It should look a bit like a deformed spider web when you are done. You want to have lots of links with air because they're not restricted in any way by mountains and such. So you just add it all in. Alright, we're almost there. One can go this way. It's looking pretty good at the moment. So for air, once your spider web, you think you're done, you probably might be, or you might not. Alright. And this gives the AI lots of pathways to efficiently get to our base and mess us up. Alright, that would be the air paths done. So let's turn them off. If you turn them on, you see it's getting a bit messy, which is why I like to turn them off. Alright, next up would be water, except there's no water on this map. Oh, sorry about that. After that is amphibious. So what you can do, generate amphibious path nodes. Because in this map we don't have any water to worry about, so we don't have to worry about additional, hover places and stuff. So what it does is it copies all land and water path nodes. Alright, boom. So it's copied all the land. It would also copy all of the water, and then you sort of connect it up manually, but we don't need to do that. Alright, so that would be our amphibious done. This is what everything on looks like, and this is version 1 of our map. Alright, we're going to save the markers. Okay, and then we're just going to close out of this. Now we're going to open up Forged Alliance. Let me put the double screen on again. And we're just going to check that it works. Really sorry guys. OBS crashed and I didn't notice for quite a while. Anyway, what I've done is, all I've done here is I've gone back to maps, Hollow AI, which is our map here, and I've added in players on left, AI on the right, and I've saved that. And now when we open it up to do a bit of testing, we will discover that that's in the description, so all is good. Alright, so we need to get to the map. So our first task, Hollow AI. Plays on left, AI on right. There we go. So we have it, the game speed on fast, so we can quickly see what the AI does. What I do is I like to put the AI against the AI, and we're just gonna make sure that there's no silly problems that we can easily fix. Okay. Oops. Alright, so remember we've optimized for the player on the right, which is Wykes, the Siren. We got two unpronounceable AIs versing each other. We've got Ilish. Excellent. Anyway, so basically we've got this is a problem. We need to have a rally point, I think, a bit nearer to these factories, because they're going to get all stuck here, as we'll see very shortly. The engineers are expanding, so that's good. Good start. Second land factory coming out here, but as you can see, we've fluffed up here. Look at this waypoint. It's not the best one because it's in the middle of all their factories. And as you can see here, we've got some stuff to work on. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is, it's extremely exciting. You get to go back and re-edit the map. Go to recent maps, Hello AI. Alright, so you can see we'll turn off the, hang on, let me go back to this mode here. Alright, if we turn off the air, and we just want that to be just over here a bit more. And we also want to whack a rally point, there or something. Alright, and then we just see how that goes. Let me move that a bit over there for fun. So we're going to save markers, close, start up FA again. If people are wondering how I'm just starting up FAF client without going through the lobby. All I've done is make a shortcut which is in program data instead of the normal location, which is where Forza Lights keeps its game client. Alright, start it up again. I'll put this back to double screen. Okay. This time we have Williamson, the red UEF, versus Fel Aloshu, the grey Seraphim. Alright, let's see how it works out this time. Alright, so now we've got the rally point over here, which is much better. Look at that. Much better than out here, where it was like getting in the way of everything. So we can probably just put that into use for the rest of our AI markers. Make sure whenever we've got a expansion, like we had one here, I think there was one over here somewhere, that we make sure there's a rally point nearby, so everyone's getting in each other's way and such. Now we're just gonna, as I said, this is the most exciting part of adding AI to maps, which is why most people don't do it. Yeah, but we do get to see a battle. Usually if I'm I'm editing a team map to have AI markers, then sometimes I'll play myself if I want to do something fun like com drop or something. Other times I'm just going to simply have one team versus another team just of AI where tech to grey. And I think it's pretty obvious that grey's gonna just eventually win this. So what we're gonna do is, remember we needed to move the rally points a bit closer to the factories. So we've got it here. Now for the other bases we need to have it as well. So as a base here we need to have a nearby rally point. And there's one here as well. You can also have a nearby rally point. Yeah, that should work fine. Yep. So the AI doesn't often build expansions. It needs to feel that it has the area secure before it does that, but it does do them. We can also quite easily add a small expansion here, so the AI will sometimes use some of this extra space to build stuff. Alright, now we're pretty much done here. So, we'll save our little markers and we'll just test it one more time just to make sure all is good, and then I'll show you how to upload. That might be a shift. Anyway, what we're seeing here is, we've seen that the base has worked. The rally points are good. They're sending units all over the place through different pathways and such. So, things are working well. So now what we can do, now that we're confident the map is running correctly without any major problems, there's no units bumping into other units or anything like that. What we do, we need to upload it so other people can play. Right, so we use downloads client at this moment, at the time of recording, the standard one does not work. What we want to do is we go to the vault. We want to go to the maps vault, and we need to upload a map. So we want to go to your documents, my games, GPG, gas powered games, Forza Alliance, maps, Hollow AI, and we'll just whack that up. So we're just making sure it's very obvious that it's different. Credits the original author, that's important. Thank you Bias for suggesting this map. It will be useful for new players. To practice their Forza Alliancing. Alright, upload is complete. Now, if we do a refresh here, newest maps, there we go, here's our map. Apparently it's got 117 downloads. So what's happened there is that's called a bug, and Mr. Download will hopefully fix it. Now, the last thing we need to do, okay, I've gone back to our map. What I'm going to do is copy this and paste it here. So I've got a copy of it, that's on my desktop. Now I'm going to delete it here, so that way I can test that it downloads fine. Alright. There's our map. For comparison, this is another map. Now we'll go installed. It's downloading the map. Alright, it is installed. Right, so now we can create a game. We want our new hollow map. Oops. Hollow AI. Okay. The F is going on. What is happening? Whatever. Oh, title acquire, that's what I have done wrong. Gosh. Test. Alright, create. Alright. Now, something fishy has happened here. Anyway. Hollow AI. What we choose? Okay. And then we'll choose the Saurian AI Rush. Okay. Right, Plasia is missing map. Maps, Hollow AI 1, Hollow AI scenario.lua. Let us see what this is. We want gas powered games, maps, Hollow AI VO1, Hollow AI. That is our problem there. The problem is in these yeah, the problem is these spaces have been removed. So you can see what? Hollow AI scenario.lua, Hollow AI VO1. Okay. Missing the map. There's a space there, there's no space here. What is going down? Right, we're gonna have to make a version 2 and fix this up. And no, it's not the name. We're going to switch all the version over to number 2. Hollow underscore AI map, hollow underscore AI underscore save .lua, hollow underscore AI underscore script .lua, and this is hollow underscore AI underscore scenario .lua. Alright, this is saved. We're going to quit this because it's not good. Alright, we need to change this folder 202. I just want to double check this. Maps. Hello underscore AI. Hello underscore AI. SC map. Alright, we're going to re-upload this. The map version is now 2 because it's our second version of the map. This is why it's important to test your stuff, because sometimes you find things are wrong. Right, now I'm going to upload this new one. Right, it is now uploading. Upload complete. Right, now we're going to do the same thing we did before. Copy it here. So we've got a, a backup of it. We can delete it from our maps. I'm going to restart downloads client just in case. Now I actually remember that there was some problem with, spaces in names and stuff. Which is why we had some problems just then. Custom game, come on. Create game. Let's oh, this is not alphabetical like I thought it was. I have not re-downloaded the map, my bad. We want to have a look in the new maps. Hello AI V01. What's going on here? Documents is what I want. My games. Gas Power Games, Forza Alliance, Maps. Sorry. Hello AI V02 map version 2 020202. The heck? Well, it's probably this one anyway. Yeah, V02. Alright, let's check it out. Great game. And our game is it's not there. Version 2 seems to open up fine there. I think what's happened here is downloads client probably does something like scan the maps file, maps folder at the beginning, and then grabs that from there rather than doing it every single time. So I bet I can find it now. Yep, Hello AI is there. Alright, we want my stuff. Alright, let's see if it works now. It's looking good so far, tell you what. Now if we put UEF as UEF, we'll see what happens. We'll just try it for a few minutes, make sure it's working good. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I need to go double screen again. My bad. Just want to quickly test everything is good. Yep, you know, it's got the rally point here. The AI didn't complain. Alright, so there we have it, guys. That is the steps. And you got some bonus troubleshooting at the end in how to upload it properly. So at the moment, you don't want to have spaces, because it will fluff everything up, as you saw. But it's all working now, so that is how you add AI to a map. Enjoy.